What is up, McManus MMA fan? We are back with another full card prediction. UFC Fight Night. We'll all remember that name, Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. Um, this low-key isn't that bad of a card. We've got three chick fights on it though, which one of them is not actually that bad. There's actually a chick fight on here that I can confidently say I'm kind of excited to watch. But we're gonna go through the entire card. Excuse me, start to finish, starting an early prelim all the way to the main card. So let's start now. First fight of the night is Ketlin Souza versus Ariane Carnelossi. Carnelossi is an absolute roid monster. Look at this giant. Yeah, she's ridiculously jacked, but you know, I'm leaning towards Ketlin Souza to win this one by decision, just based on her past couple performances. But at the same time, I'm looking at the people that she's lost to and the people that she's beaten recently. She's coming off of a win of Bruna Brazil, who I think is absolutely terrible. And she lost to Angela Hill like 2 fights ago, and lost to Pierre Rodriguez as well, who is on a nice little run, but I didn't think was that good. So that's the problem with that. And but Carnelossi also just lost to Talita Alencar and Lupi Godinez, and I rate Godinez fairly well, and she just beat Pierre Rodriguez. I know it was by DQ, but still. Um, it's tough. I'm leaning Ketlin Souza to win this one by decision, but I'm low key thinking about picking Carnelossi. One, because she's just a jacked, like, I don't even know how to put it. She looks like somebody that Sean Strickland would post on his Instagram to hate on. You know what I'm talking about? Like, to post the AI video of himself beating the crap out of in the ring for Bud Light sponsorship. If that makes any sense to those who know, that's what she low key looked like. But I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna pick Ketlin Souza to win this one by decision. Um, I don't really care for this fight. This one, however, I'm low key kind of excited for this one. Am I crazy? Am I crazy to say that? Jesla Chavez versus Yunesi Duben. Um, so Chavez is undefeated. It says she's 1-0. It's not true. She's 7-0. 4 TKOs. And she's coming off of a split decision win on the Contender Series against Sofia Montenegro was that girl's name. Has she fought recently? I feel like Montenegro has fought in the UFC. No, she hasn't. That's just what I'm thinking of then. And that was a little bit ago. And then Dubin was on a nice. She was undefeated up until the Vittori Delidze too, bro. What a banger. Where she lost. She got slimed out in like a minute flat by Carly Judice. But she was on like a run of just slamming people out. So that's why I'm kind of excited because Chavez is like a nasty Muay Thai artist, and Dubin is there to beat the brakes off of you. Um, but I'm low key gonna pick Chavez to win this one. I know it is her debut, but I think I'm gonna pick her to win this one. I'm gonna be I'm gonna say decision, but I hope that this fight ends in a finish. I really do, because both these chicks know how to scrap. They know how to get finishes, but it is also chick fight. So it is what it is, man. Moving on. Jordan Levitt versus Joanderson Brito. I hate Jordan Levitt so much. I cannot stand this dude. And I don't really care for Joanderson Brito that much. But the problem with picking this fight is that both of these guys have what it takes to beat the other person, and so it's like a stalemate, if you know what I mean. Like wherever the fight goes, like if Joe Anderson Brito keeps this fight standing, he'll win this one by decision. If Jordan Levitt takes Joe Anderson Brito down, he's just gonna hug him on the ground. Because Pat Sabatini did it. Pat Sabatini just did it to Joe Anderson Brito. That dude's a terrorist of the sport. We absolutely hate Pat Sabatini. You know. Um, excuse me. But and William Gomez did it as well. So it's tricky. I'm picking Joe Anderson Brito to win this one by decision, but Jordan Levitt, look at the guys he's lost to: Chase Hooper, Paddy Pimblett, elite grapplers. Joe Anderson Brito's not going to submit Jordan Levitt. Other than that, Jordan Levitt's going to, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, both of these guys have what it takes to be the other person, but I'm sorry, they have the strengths and weaknesses of the other person. Like, Brito is not going to be able to submit Jordan Levitt, and I don't think Levitt's going to be able to knock out Brito. But I think Levitt could submit Brito, and I think Brito could knock out Jordan Levitt. But it's such a weird stalemate. It's such a weird fight that I'm like kind of interested in. But I'm gonna pick Brito. I'm gonna pick Joe Anderson Brito to win this one by decision. I'm just gonna be safe because I don't. I do think Jordan Levitt has a strong chance in this fight. Like I really do think it would be ridiculous if somebody picked Joe Anderson Brito to win this one by submission or by a really boring decision. It's so boring that I'm already yawning. Think about it. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna pick Joe Anderson Brito to win this one by decision. Let's go for that. Moving on, the two worst chick fighters I've ever seen in my entire life: Priscilla Cachoeira versus Chelsea Chandler. Cachoeira has like a drill sergeant head. Look at that. That's a straight line that goes right here. That is a you could put a ruler right there. That is a straight line. That is a blockhead. In all sense of the words, that is a blockhead. And Chelsea Chandler did run away in that fight. Who was she fighting? Was it Norma Dumont when she was running away? I can't remember, but there was a fight where she was running away. And Cachoeira, um, was that also to Norma Dumont? Who was it where, or was it Jazz Devicius, where she was sticking her fingers in her eyes, like just blatantly? No, it was Gillian Robertson. It was Gillian Robertson. She was blatantly sticking her fingers in her eyes to try and like stop the submission. She's dirty, bro. I don't like her. Um, but I'm probably gonna pick her. In all honesty, I'm probably gonna pick her to win. I don't like that, but I probably am gonna pick her to win. That sucks. Because I don't like these. I don't like this. Chelsea Chandler is terrible. That's the only reason I'm picking against her. Is because she's terrible. She's so bad. She just got slimed out by Jocelyn Edwards. Shout out Jocelyn Edwards. Let's go for that. Big ups to Jocelyn Edwards. But you know, I'm gonna pick her to lose. She lost to Norma Dumont. She lost to Ioana Santos. She beat um some chick that looks like Yusuf Zalal. I can't remember her name, but she looks like Yusuf Zalal, the chick that uh she beat most recently. She's terrible. She's so bad. She is awful. Both these chicks suck. But Cachoeira is like a little bit better than Chandler. So that's why I'm gonna pick her to win this one. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about this fight. I'll be taking a bathroom break during it. Bruno Silva versus Edgar Chairez for the next fight of the night. I think this is a good fight, and I also think Bruno Silva is going to win. The guys that Bruno Silva has lost to: Charles Johnson, who I think is amazing, Joshua Van and Manel Kopp. Other than that, he submitted Hyung Sung Park when I thought that dude was going to go on a nasty run. I thought that dude was actually going to be a problem. Losing to Tyra, I was like, that's not a bad thing at all. Stepping up on short notice to fight Tatsuro Taira in the main event, I said, okay, good for him. And then when he got the Bruno Silva fight, I picked him to beat Bruno Silva. And, Bruno Silva submitted him. And Edgar Chairez, you know, he lost to Joshua Van during the Sphere card. That was a great fight. But again, dude really hasn't fought like that great of competition since then. He fought Vergara, CJ, I think that dude's name was. That dude's not very good. And he fought Felipe Bunez last, who's also not very good. Um, who got slammed out by the Go Joshua Van. But that's why I'm going to pick Bruno Silva to win this one by decision. I think he can handle himself on the ground if he needs to be on the ground. And I think that his boxing is pretty good. It's not terrible. I also just think Edgar Chairez is one of those guys that the UFC tries to build up, like because he's from Mexico and he's Mexican. They're like, hey, we want this guy to fight, man. We want this guy to be out here. So I'm gonna pick Bruno Silva to win. I'm gonna pick Bruno Silva to win. I think he's really good. He's definitely like a top 15 gatekeeper. And I'm gonna pick him to win this fight. Moving on, Marcus McGee versus John Yanis. What in the world, bro? Marcus McGee just fought Peter Yan. That was his last fight. Was against Peter Yan. Um, that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. That he just fought Peter Yan. And now he's fighting John Yanis. It's like, who got submitted by Austin Bashi? That's terrible. How did you lose to Austin Bashi? That dude is not very good. Um, that dude is buns. And then he also just beat Siraj. Jamie Siraj. When was that? That was the Burns Mallet card. Yeah, that was very recently. I don't think John Yanis is all that. I think Marcus McGee's gonna knock this dude out. I'm picking Marcus McGee KO TKO round 2. Marcus McGee's fought way better competition. He went to decision with the greatest striker in this division. just in his last fight. He just went to war with Peter Yan. Not really. He got his ass beat, but still. Um, and if he needs to, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand this. I'm picking Marcus McGee, even though he looks like bacteria. I think he's gonna win. And John Giannis just looks like I don't know how to explain it. Like when you go to like a kindergarten to pick up like your kid, and he's just sitting there looking at you, like some random kid looking at you at the lunch table. He looks like Woody. That's who he looks like. He looks like Woody. The eyes, he's got Woody eyes. He's got Toy Story Woody eyes, bro. I can't explain this. And this tattoo on the arm is terrible. I'm picking Marcus McGee by KO TKO round 2. Moving on. Match now. Your time has come. Match now versus Alessandro Costa. Bro, why match now? It's you retired already and then you came out to fight what's that dude's name? Jimmy Flick, bro. He's like, "No, dude. I'm actually going to come out and fight Jimmy Flick, bro." Nah, hey, y'all thought I was finished? Y'all thought I was finished? Um and Alessandro, this match now stinks. He's going to get slimed. He's fighting a dude who's a KO artist who sleeps dudes out. He just slept Stuart Nickel out. He slept he also slept Jimmy Flick out, and he slept Kevin Boros. Um, lost to Alan Correa. That's not too terrible. That dude's a good friend of Joshua Van. Shout out Joshua Van. Um, but yeah, I think Machinel's gonna get killed in round 1. I think round 1 he's gonna get killed. He just got killed. He got submitted by Joseph Morales in that last fight in round 1. I think he's gonna get killed. Steve Erceg slimed him out. Mateus Nicolau slimed him out. He's gonna get slimed in 1. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Machinel. Your time has come. I don't understand that at all. I think he's getting slimed out. No questions asked. Let's move to the main card. Iwo Baranuski versus Junior Tafa. I've been seeing people pick Junior Tafa, and I want to reply to that because Junior Tafa is horrible. Like this dude is terrible, but he also has like a puncher's chance for some reason. Like the Kevin Christian fight, he somehow has like a fighter's chance, a puncher's chance. Excuse me. Iwo Baranuski did get like the greatest 90 seconds of a fight ever against Ibo Aslan, but he also did get wobbled hard in that fight, man. You know how this is. He leaves his chin out there. He just kind of runs forward. Duh! So I'm picking him to win by round 1 TKO. Like I'm expecting him to just run through Junior Tafa. But like, am I crazy to say that if he runs in there, duh, and gets caught by Junior Tafa and gets slept, like, will I not be surprised? I won't be surprised. But I can't, with a good conscience, pick Junior Tafa. I know I picked him to beat Kevin Christian in the last fight, but hey, that's Kevin Christian, not somebody who's undefeated, who's sliming everybody out in 35 seconds. So I have to just be conscious in this realm and say that I can't pick Junior Tafa to win this one. I can't. So I'm gonna pick Iwo Baranuski to win this one, round 1 TKO. I mean, I don't. There's no really deciphering of this fight that I need to do besides that. So that's all I'm gonna say. Moving up, Bryce Mitchell, brother. Come on, brother. Versus Santiago Luna. I want Bryce Mitchell to win so bad by decision, because the UFC wants to kill this dude. They want him dead, man. I don't know. You know, unironically, okay, Said Nurmagomedov. That's a good win. Crone Gracie is not a great win. Danny Gate, okay, that's a pretty good win. Brutal slime out by Josh Emmett. Submission by John Silva. Um, so I am worried for Bryce Mitchell because Santiago Luna does have KO power, bro. He does have the Kwang Lee knockout, man. So, I am a little worried for him. I am a little worried for him. But this is a short notice fight for Santiago Luna, so I'm gonna pick Bryce Mitchell to win this one by decision, just because he's at a whole fight camp, and I think he can handle himself on the ground. I think if he needs to, he can take this to the ground. He can win the fight there. I don't think he should stand and bang with this dude because his boxing is quite sus. So I'm gonna pick Bryce Mitchell to win this one by decision. I think he's gonna kind of smudge Santiago Luna and win this one by decision. I am worried for him though, and I don't want to see Bryce Mitchell get slimed because he's a win-one, lose-one type fighter. I do not want to see him get slimed. So I'm picking Bryce Mitchell, brother. Let's move on. Fares Ziam versus Tom Nolan. This is a good fight. This is actually a really good fight. I'm picking Fares Ziam to win this one by decision. I don't think he's going to slime out Tom Nolan because I do think Tom Nolan is really good. Except for the fact that he has only really fought cans. He's kind of only fought cans. Charlie Campbell, that dude's a can. Um, Slava Claus, I love Slava Claus, but yeah. Um, what was that? Alex Reyes. Just kind of cans, man. But I do think Tom Nolan is really good. And Fresiam has kind of only fought cans, except for okay, like Matt Favola and the Sadikov fight. Okay, that was a good fight, man. Good win there. But other than that, getting submitted by Terrence McKinney, that's okay. We've all lost to Terrence McKinney. It's all right. But I'm gonna pick Fresiam. I would kind of like to see Tom Nolan win because I saw somebody say that they want Fresiam to win this fight so they can give him like a higher ranked opponent for that card in France that's coming up in like September. And I don't want to see the French win. I hate the French. And I want to see them get smothered and destroyed in the MMA world at all times. But I'm gonna pick him to win. But I'm rooting for Tom Nolan. Let's go for that. Brandon Allen versus Edmund Shabazian, bro. Like, what the hell is this matchmaking? Like, legitimately, what the hell is this matchmaking? I don't understand. I do not understand. He just beat Reiner de Ritter in a main event that he took on short notice, or not short notice, but shorter notice. He just won that. That was his last fight, and now we're giving him unranked Edmund Shabazian. I thought that he should have been fighting DDP at least fighting DDP. You know, but the problem with picking Brendan Allen to submit Edmund Shabazian in 1 to 2 rounds is that this is also Brendan Allen we're talking about. He goes into these fights that he should win and he loses, and then he goes into these fights that he should lose and he wins. You know, like I don't. I was like, no, Ryan Ritter is probably gonna beat him, man. RDR is gonna beat him, and then he wins. You know, I was like, he probably should beat Anthony Hernandez. He probably should beat Chris Curtis, and he loses. It's like I don't understand, but I do think that he's gonna beat Edmund Shabazian. He's gonna submit him if he locks him, which I think he has. Training with Bilal recently, he said that that's really helped him shape his mind and get in a good shape. So I'm confidently picking him to win by submission in round two, maybe one. I think he's gonna rear naked choke Edmund Shabazian. Rear naked choke round two. Call it. Write it down. That's what's gonna happen. Um, no shade to Edmund Shabazian, but still, like, are we serious right now? Are we serious? Brendan Allen has fought way higher level competition than Edmund Shabazian has even smelled. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Silly matchmaking, but I'm still picking Brendan Allen. And can we please get this guy like an actually good fight? Like at this point, do him versus the winner or loser of this supposed DDP versus Kamaru Usman fight that's happening at Oklahoma City. So I don't know. We'll see. But main event time, man. How are the odds this close when Bilal Muhammad beat the absolute brakes off of the GOAT, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and Gabriel Bonfim robbed him? Wonderboy won the first 2 rounds and he lost the third, and they're like, Gabriel Bonfim wins this one. He lost that fight. And he just beat Randy Brown. So let's not pretend like Bilal Muhammad. Remember that name? Canelo Hands Bilal, remember that name? Here's the thing. When I beat people by decision, I'm unanimously beating them by decision. When Sean Strickland's beating them by decision, he's not beating them strictly by decision. I'm decisioning these people out cold. Bilal Muhammad's gonna win this one by decision. I could even see him TKOing Gabriel Bonfim. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. This is such a step down in competition. Yes, I know he just lost to the GOAT JDM, and then he also got his ass beat by the absolute crotch sniffing bum that is Ian Gary. But Ian Gary's also fighting Islam Makhachev in like 2 months. So, I mean, look what he did to Leon Edwards. He beat like not prime, but like way in more shape Gilbert Burns. KO'd Sean Brady. Luke, I'm not really gonna count that one. Damian Maia. No, he beat a lot of these guys. The Wonderboy fight, he unanimously beat the brakes off of Wonderboy. This Gabriel Bonfim did not beat Wonderboy. He did not beat Wonderboy. And he got knocked out by Nicholas Dalby, bro. I don't understand this. So I'm picking Bilal Muhammad, man. This is gonna be a remember the name esque fight where he's gonna go out there and he's gonna remind everybody that you were him. Um, I don't think there's a chance that Gabriel Bonfim wins this fight. This dude sucks, but he also is preparing to fight Bilal Muhammad. You know what you're getting in a Bilal Muhammad fight. But I think Bilal Muhammad is good enough to beat Gabriel Bonfim. I don't think. What are the odds again? -1. They're almost pick 'em odds. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. If Bilal loses this fight, I mean, that's it for him. He should retire immediately. He should just step away from the. And I hate Bilal Muhammad. I do not like Bilal Muhammad. He's one of my most hated fighters. I mean, he's my dad's most hated fighter of all time, which is crazy. He gets a lot of hate for no reason, but some of it is justified because he is boring and he is the vagina just walked in. I don't know what to say. Yeah, man, this is ridiculous that this is the main event. Bilal Muhammad should not be fighting Gabriel Bonfim in the main event. He should be fighting somebody else. Losing to JDM, that's not that. He'll be back. JDM will be back. Don't worry, don't worry. And then losing to Ian Gary, those are both. That's fine, man. That's not that bad. This dude was on a 10-fight win streak, man. We're giving him Gabriel Bonfim when he loses 2 in a row. So I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to say other than you guys are gonna remember the name. And I'm picking Bilal Muhammad to win this one by decision because that's a classic Bilal move. That is a classic Bilal Muhammad move. And if Gabriel Bonfim flukes this fight or he loses and they give it to him by decision because for some reason we want this dude to be in the rankings, I think he gets killed by everybody in the top 5, top 10. I think loses to just about every single ranked welterweight besides like D-Rod. That's the only guy I can really think of that I could say that he would confidently beat. So I don't know. I'm picking Bilal Muhammad, Brendan Allen, Fres Ziam, Bryce Mitchell, Iwo Baranowski, Alessandro Costa, Marcus McGee, Bruno Silva, Cachoeira, Joe Anderson Brito, Chavez, and Ketlin Souza. Those are my picks. Let me know your picks down below if you care. If you made it this far, I know the 2 people who made it this far. Thanks, I got it. Other than that, we'll do the recap video when this is over, and then we will be in fight week for the White House card. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to watching this fight night as well. So, see ya. Bye.